I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On second down, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
Mahomes now to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
57, Mike, 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bengals will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
We're scoreless after 1.
15-1.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Let's go, baby.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Check 52. Wide. Get right side.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the 35 on second down, Mahomes. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Robert Foster, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Go. Switch it.
To throw, it's Mahomes, and that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
They don't want it. Keep playing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Check out.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Robert Foster and the rest of the offense about set to go here. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes to throw once more. Open man, here's Foster. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come out in the pistol.
It's been a long day for you.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that one will be accepted. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So we've come to halftime at a 5. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Robert Foster and the rest of the offense about set to go here. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him. But he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
He's brought down by William Jackson.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
57 colors, 57 colors. 57 the mic. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Charlie, get there.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
You can't block me. Nice 57.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Flush to his, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back to Mixon on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check 24, check 24. Check 30.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And it's complete to Kelsey. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jerry Tillery coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Buying time to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Robert Foster with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Check safety, check safety. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
McCaffrey will try to run it in. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This complete to Jones. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jones has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast. Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Check, Mike 57.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 55.
To throw is Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hit 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Yellow. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Go. Hero 15.
Mahomes to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Now it's Mahomes again, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 30 seconds remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Robert Foster. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll let it go deep for Foster, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
He doesn't seem to get ruffled no matter where he plays, does he? Home, on the road. If you put him in a neutral site, which he hopes one day would be the Super Bowl, he plays at a high level. We know about the big right arm, but I think it's the poise that I'm really, really admiring out of this youngster and watching him play. How about the first